Alright guys, so the streak is gone. I have lost it. No more green streak. Red day recap today. So make sure you guys hit like and subscribe on my YouTube video. It helps the algorithm. If you have any questions, comment below. And so here it is. If you guys want to watch me live as well, make sure to hit that notification bell. I will be streaming on YouTube and Tradecaster.com. YouTube is free, Tradecaster is free. When you get that payment on Tradecaster, just exit out of it and you should be able to watch me trade live. I wasn't able to today, just a rare occasion, but I will be back all of next week streaming live and all of my trading. So my streak was from May 11th all the way to June 2nd. That was 15 green days in a row. Today, finally red. A little bit of revenge trading, a little bit of pressure trading today. So I know I didn't have you guys watching me. Kind of a coincidence that every time you guys watched me, I went green, and then when you guys didn't watch me, Missy, go to your chair. When you guys didn't watch me, I go red. So did lose $608 today, a little bit less than what I made yesterday, and then Wednesday was still a green day. So overall, I'm still green on the week, green on the month. I think about $500, which is not much, but 3 days, $500 starts a new month. I'm fine with it, especially after just having 15 days of over $7,000 profit. So that being said, I did trade three stocks today. BQ was my first trade, SIGA was my second trade, and then DBX was the revenge trade that I just shouldn't have taken. So here you go. I took that first BQ trade, made a little bit back on SIGA, made a little bit back on SIGA, and then DBX revenge trading, trying to just get back to break even, try to keep that streak, and just not trading a good setup, chasing it, and stuff like that. So let's go over to BQ, which was my very first trade today. There wasn't very obvious gappers, so there wasn't a very obvious play. So when I saw BQ halt, I immediately put my attention to it. We halted on the way up to 2.6, and then we resumed a little bit, spiked up right below that high of 294, and then $3 was right there. So in my mind, I was like, if this is coming out of a halt resumption, maybe shorts still have to cover. If I get a quick little dip here, we might get a little squeeze back up to that $3 mark. So 2.6 was that previous level there as well. So when we opened up on that candle, I took a dip there at 260. See if we get that curl back up. It actually came down on me, and then I saw VWAP was right there, and thought maybe we get a small little bounce back up. So I bought back in here at like 43 was my ad, so right above VWAP. 1,500 shares on that one, 1,500 shares on this one. Was in with 3,000 shares. Let me go look at the orders so you guys. Oh, they are marked, but you just can't see them. Let's see if it shows up now. I know I traded the stock. I hate when that happens. I guess it's just not going to show it. Maybe I'll come back. So I bought in at 260, 243, and then I think I stopped out at 242. So I lost a penny on those last ones, but I did lose heavy on those first shares from all the way from 260. So I immediately went down $282 on the day. That was my first trade of the day, and now I'm like, shoot, I got to make it back. I have to break even or at least end up green. I don't care what it is. If I'm a dollar in the green, I'll be happy with that. So after that, I went over to SIGA. SIGA was my second trade of today. Let's see if it shows my orders on this one. Yes, it shows it on this one. So let's see. I bought in at 13.57 and got out at 13.60, so I made like 3 cents of profit. I might have gotten out some earlier or later. 61, 60, and 58. So this was a pre-market pivot right there. We were kind of getting close to it, pulled back, break of a downtrend here, and squeezed up to it. Had a nice squeeze up, but this candle closed pretty low, so I'm already on the watch on this stock. Like, there's a lot of sellers, there's a lot of shorts covered, like entering this trade. So I took a quick little scalp there. I think the most I was up on the trade was like $80 or $90, so I was able to close it at like 47 profit. Getting me a little bit back, less red on the day, but this stock eventually ended up flushing down. You could see we spiked to new high, never held it, candle never closed above it. In fact, flushed all the way back down, right back down to that pivot. And when you lost that pivot the first time right there, straight up flush and continued down. So not the price action that we want to see recently. So, and then after that, at this point, I'm like, okay, like I just had a green trade. I can't even go back and break even on the day. So, let me see if I can just find another stock and get a quick scalp with a bigger share size or something like that and just end up green or something like that. So I went to DBX, and this, I mean, look at this stock. You got like 10 candles in a row right here, and I'm not even buying that. I'm buying up here. I don't like to chase these anyways. I never know where the entries are, where the exits are going to be, and you kind of grinding slowly. It's not like a big squeeze and just shoot up and take shorts out, right? It's kind of just grinding, so you never know when the turnaround will be. But once we got into an actual range up here, then I started looking at it. I marked this high here once. I almost took a trade up here, but I didn't. I left that one alone. And because this was such a weak breakout, I was scared to take it again over here. So I came back. We got over that divot. I took a dip entry there on that same resistance support, seeing if I could catch that bounce. So 2309. I mean, literally, I caught the bottom of that. Sold it at 2310. Was not popping back up, so I left it alone. I guess I could have held on to that one a little bit longer and that one would have paid out, but it didn't. Then I was watching it right here, and that stock stopped right there. And I said, if I buy this, I might just get 5-10 cents, real quick move. I'm not gonna make much on it, right? I was like, there's no way I can get back even with just a 5 cent move. So I said, okay, let me just leave it alone. I'm not even gonna test it. I'm looking to make 5-10 cents and losing 10-15 cents to the downside. So it didn't make sense to me. I left it alone, and of course, it breaks this and goes 5 cents, 10 cents, 20 cents. It just keeps squeezing all the way up to 57. So that candle went from 23.16 to 57, about 40-45 cents. And I let it go. And I let it go completely. And I said, okay, I'm going to wait to see if we get a little pullback. That was a lot of shorts covering, a lot of buyers coming in, and a lot of shorts covering. So I said, let me see if we get a small dip. I'll jump in it at maybe 23.40 or something like that. And then see if I can get that continuation back up to that 13.50 at least. Maybe break 13.50 again and go back up to 23.57. Maybe test the highs, maybe get a new high, squeeze back up, right? Obviously, I buy 23.40, doesn't even hold at all. It keeps failing. Gets back to that pivot of that high over here. And I said, if it starts breaking below that, I'm out. Like, there's no reason for me to hold this trade and just go farther in the red. I'm just going to cut it out. So it starts dipping below that 23.25, and you could see my exit was 23.25. So I cut it out right there. $372 loss. I saved about 10-15 cents by cutting it instead of holding and see if it would have turned around. So if it doesn't work in your favor and that trade that you're expecting to right there did not happen, just get out of the trade. Same here. I guess I could have held that one a little bit more, but at this point, I was already kind of frustrated. I didn't want to give up my green streak, so I was just trying to find trades and desperately get some green on the day. But I paid the price. I'm not okay. I'm not mad about it. $600 loss is okay, considering I had plenty of green days recently. So if I go to my journal, today's 600, and then yesterday 700 profit, 350 profit, 643 profit, 743 profit, 250 profit. So it's just a bump in the road. Part of trading. I'm a human. I make mistakes. I make red days. Emotions still get to me, but uh, what matters is that I'll be back on Monday, completely forgetting about this loss and start a brand new, fresh day of trading. So, if you guys want to watch me trade on Monday, make sure to click subscribe into my channel and click that notification bell. You'll hear it when I go live on Monday morning, 15 minutes before market open. If you want to have the low latency, almost less than a second delay, go over to tradecaster.com. I stream on both platforms, so you can watch me on either or. Tradecaster is a little bit better and faster, I think, and also the majority of the people that watch me are on Tradecaster, so you can see their comments and all of their opinions and tickers and suggestions and stuff. So with that being said, guys, do know that trading is risky. Do your own knowledge and learn the stocks before you put your real money in it. And so yeah, that concludes this recap. Any questions, any comments, just leave them down below, guys, and I will see you guys on Monday for live trading or another recap. So y'all have a good weekend.